Cheers, Tootie.
Cheers, Holly. So when you cheers, you should never set your drink down. You should always cheers and then take a sip, because if you set it down, it's bad luck.
Well, we won't have any of that here. No bad luck here.
Cheers.
We know how to cheers, right? Let's do it again. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mostly because I wanted an excuse for another sip. This is delicious.
Good. Did you
So
see?
amazing.
You saw how we did that with the smoke? And
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and it's so Tootie-ish that you wouldn't just, have a glass of wine or some simple kind of drink. It had to be like a drink and a show. Well, I'm excited we're here today. Happy hour with Holly at Tootie's. And we like to call it Everybody Needs Some Tootie Time, which is also Tootie's website. So very apropos. So thank you for having us in your home. I'm so excited for people to get to know you better, because a lot of our clients don't get to see you other than if they follow us maybe on Instagram stories for behind the scenes, because you kind of come in incognito and work your magic at our listings. They might see you at our walkthroughs or something, but for the most part, you and Rebecca go in and get the home staged and bring your touch of magic to it and exit and help make sure our photos look spectacular. And so they don't get to see all the work that goes into the behind the scenes. So today they'll get to know you.
Yeah, that's fun. But thank you so much. I just love what I do. And I think the coolest part is that we are in our home, and that we are in our home because of you.
Aww.
And you and I have been friends. We're going on what, about 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and toyed with selling our house over in the old neighborhood.
Yeah, we started as neighbors. That's how we originally met, was at Bunko in our neighborhood way back when.
That was fun.
Those were
fun.
good days. Yeah. So from Bunko to friendship to being your realtor and helping you sell your house and move here, and just kind of evolving in our business. One thing I love about your role with the team was it really came about organically.
It did.
It wasn't too long after you moved that, we've always known you're an amazing chef, an amazing cook. You've hosted amazing gatherings and amazing meals. And Jake, my son, was at a point where he wanted to learn more about cooking. And truth be told, I wanted him to start making dinner. So you started doing cooking lessons with him, and I was real busy with work, and you started doing things for me like grocery shopping and helping prepare a couple meals a week, and kind of got me through a busy season. And then we were starting to do more with staging with Rebecca, and of course you and Rebecca have been friends for over 20 years. We were all in the same neighborhood together, and so you happened to come on a photo shoot with us. And it was, I'll never forget it. It was a photo shoot where I was dying to have one of those really high cakes with the confetti all over it. And I got an ice cream cake. And I don't remember what the temperature was outside.
A gazillion degrees.
And you saw this and you were like, what are you people doing? You guys are nuts. Ice cream cake. So, and you even helped that day. We always use the word zhuzhing it. Like you were zhuzhing it for us and helping us. And from there, the conversation just kind of grew, and we thought, you are the missing piece to our puzzle with the staging, with the food and the drinks and all of that, because when we show off our listings, it's so important to us to show off the lifestyle. We want to show off all the key features and benefits of the home, but we also want to show like what it would look like to live there. And I, just have always been a big believer that the food and drink helps to kind of make it more fun. And then it's so cool too that you've been friends with Rebecca for so long. You guys work amazing together. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And I love how it's even evolved over the time of working with us, that it started off that you just did the food and drink and she was doing the rest. Now you really both do it all together. You have different responsibilities. Ultimately, you make the food and make sure that it's all good. But you guys really work together so well, which I know is fun for you guys and fun for me. But what do you love most about it?
Well, I think it's what makes us unique. And I think like even today, anything you would want to conjure up from the minute you start telling me, what do I always say? Okay, I gotta go study.
Yes.
And then we'll talk tomorrow.
Yes.
And my brain just goes crazy and I do all sorts of research and all sorts of stuff. And I just love that freedom to be creative. And so like today, I really wanted to make this cocktail with the smoke and the chocolate bitters, and that you are behind all of that. You're always so excited about anything that I want to try, and I just want things to be unique because I think the way that we list homes and what you do, I think is totally unique and so special, and that's just how I want everything to be. We don't go too long without a giggle. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
So I love that.
Sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, yes, gotta cheers that. Well, and that has been, I think for me a huge part too of, I've been doing this a long time now. And I've been a big believer in always evolving the business and doing something different, not only because I want our offerings to be better, but because I want to be energized by it and I want to be excited about it and I don't want to burn out because it's also a lot of work. I work a lot of days and nights and weekends and hours in general. And so having our team grow, and especially with people that I love and have known for so long, gives me like added energy and passion and excitement for what we're doing. And I love all of the brainstorming that we do. But I love that every house is completely unique.
It is.
We do not do the same thing twice. Each home has its own colors that it needs. It has its own lighting that it needs.
Or its own party.
Or its own party. Yeah, like whatever is reflective of that house and that lifestyle, we make it so perfect for that house. And I just love it that everything is fresh. And I just love the freshness that we bring, not only with the staging, but I mean literally fresh food, like we don't have plastic carrots or bananas or whatever, it's real life, because that's what people are going to do in their home is have a real life. So I love how we, bring that all together as a team.
Food staging is a entity, in itself of just this crazy stuff that you can do with food to make it not be food. And to showcase it, and so that's been kind of fun for me. But I also love creating and just and researching and having fun with it. I mean, have a lot of fun with it.
So let's backtrack for a moment if we could. What brought you to Arizona? How long have you lived here now?
Weather.
Oh,
yeah.
Bingo.
Don't have to shovel sunshine, but you have to shovel snow. So
bingo.
We were from Washington State and started vacationing here. And then we had an ice storm up there several years ago, and we came back and bought the property just down the street from you, and that's what started it. And we lived in that house for 20 years.
That's amazing.
And in this house now for close to 2.
Man, time does fly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you're not enjoying your Henbest team activities, what do you like to do in your free time? I bet I can answer this.
Well, I am a bit of a homebody. And I do love my home, and I love cooking and developing recipes and studying. I read cookbooks like people read novels, and I love organizing, and I love helping people to do that as well. So,
I'm glad you mentioned that. We really should talk about that. I did mention earlier you have the Tootie Time website, and you work for us doing our food staging, but you've also helped clients who need assistance with packing. You're available for hire to organize. You organized my kitchen. You've organized my pantry. You've helped me organize shopping lists. You help clients decorate their home. And it's another thing for people to know that you have cooking classes and all those fun things we've talked about.
Whatever you want to do, and I have a lot of experience, a lot of life, kind of a Rhodes Scholar in cooking, and just a lot of different things that I have good advice on, I believe.
Well, and I think that's like so, they talk about if you do what you love, it doesn't really feel like work.
No.
And I think for you to now have a job where you're doing what you love, it shows, because we see the love that you put into all of the things that you put into these homes with the cooking and so forth. So I think it's so cool that you found us, we found you, we already knew each other, but you really created this role, that really seems to just suit you to a T.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's been a lot of fun.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, cheers that.
Cheers. We're gonna zhuzh it.
Do we need to zhuzh it? So good. Well, on that note, Tootie, thank you so much for having us today. I think it was so great for our audience. Thank you for joining us to get to know you a little bit better, and thanks for having us in your home.
My pleasure. I look forward to the future.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us for Happy Hour with Holly. To learn more about the Henbest team, please visit us at henbest.com or give us a call at 480-266-8785.